Welcome in. It's eTail Boston once again here, live from the second floor on the Sheraton in the back bay of Boston, I guess. I'm looking for that great, just gritty, authentic Boston accent.
You're not going to get it from me.
Our guest, Darren Silverman.
Sorry, I'm ad-libbing.
You're not from Boston?
I'm not from Boston.
All right, okay.
That's not even a good fake Boston accent.
Yeah. And then there's this weird, I was just talking, there's this whole Maine, up in Maine. I used to work with a brand, Acorn Slippers, great brand, and they were in Maine. And I go up there, and they're like, "Oh, Scotty, what are you doing up here, Scotty? Tijuana, oh boy, hey, Tom Brady, we love him." And they had this whole thing going, and I was like, "Where are you from? What is happening?" Yeah, it's like it wasn't South Boston. It's just a whole.
It was barely English. It sounds like.
Yeah, and I was like, "Could you repeat that?" And they didn't have Google Translator back then.
You loaded regional accents into Google Translator.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's nice to meet you. It's good. I thought you were the other Silverman, and I'll admit that.
That's fair.
But
you're not the first.
What's your official? I try to not get up in titles. What's your official title?
My official title as of today, it's changed a bit, is Senior Vice President of Digital and Marketing, or Marketing and Digital, whatever. Look at my LinkedIn, something like that.
For what?
For PetMate. I work for a company called PetMate.
Now, is that the overarching? Do you guys have other brands?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not familiar. Again, you do have. I am a little familiar because we talked earlier.
Yeah.
So you go through, because these are household names, man.
Some of them are.
And you know what? I didn't know the brands, so to speak, of the 8,700 pet carriers that are right now in my garage until you said PetMate. And I'm like, holy shit, I got 30 of those.
We do make a lot of pet carriers. We are the number one in the world when it comes to plastic pet containment. So
and
for sure,
good.
They're good. They're really good.
I got the big ones, the stackable ones. I got everything.
And
I'm not joking. You think I'm joking?
And they're all beige.
They're all beautifully beige.
Sometimes gray.
Why is that? Why is that a beige? Is that a a thing?
I'm not in charge of color. I've been here almost 10 years. They don't take my input on color. I do think we're going to get some more color coming. Sneak preview, new product.
Oh my God, are we going to have prints?
Maybe. Prints are a little complicated.
Oh, okay.
Prints are complicated when you're trying to run a 1,500-ton injection molding presses. But
you guys do. You know what? We had 40-pound dogs for most of our life, but then we got a 70-pound dog. It's amazing. And then we had the cats. Again, no one cares. But it is amazing the variety of sizes that are available.
It's insane. Yeah.
And then the 70-year-old, this is a new guy. Everybody knows Archie, who listens to the show. Me complaining about the golden retriever I never wanted, that now I love, and I'm crazy about. But then it's like, oh, what do we have to do? Get a new car? Because the crate won't fit in the freaking car.
Yeah. When you have a golden retriever, it's mandatory to have a van or an SUV.
Yeah, it is.
It's part of you got to work that into the purchase price.
I just realized I never turned the music off. It's such a good tune. So, oh my God, my fellow Potters are coming. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Ecommerce Braintrust. Holy sheboygan, Batman.
Wow.
And I just learned that you actually know these people, Darren.
The talent pool just went up dramatically at the
Thank
table.
you. Well played. Actually, I should give you a bell for that. That was good work right there, Darren.
I can't compete with Julie. So I just met you today. But yeah,
That's all right. That's all right. The bellworthy nonetheless.
Yeah, okay, well.
Stiff competition.
Boom. Turn the mics up. Can you hear okay, Joy?
Yeah, it's going in all right.
Okay, so we're just talking, as usual, this podcast turns into about me and my plight of animals that I have. And I didn't know I had PetMate, which she makes and runs. You're global. God, that's a hell of a title, by the way.
It is a great title.
Shout out you.
Yeah, I've been doing this stuff a long time.
Yeah,
it gives you the whole globe.
Throw me a good. Did I say global? I didn't say global. I mean, it's true, but I didn't say global in my title. I don't think.
Did you say global? I thought you said.
Why not? You know what?
I'm going to go update out loud now.
I'm updating my LinkedIn again.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's how Scott's the kingmaker.
My opinion on this is once you get beyond 3 words in a title, you're the shit.
We can see what I filled out the thing for the conference I just did marketing because
you didn't add Esquire to the end of it. You know?
I do have some legal questions later, but
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding. That's a joke. Okay, that's a
I didn't
joke.
sleep. I didn't sleep at the Holiday Inn Express this time around. I slept
Okay, but we were
where they showed
going
them.
as we were thankfully interrupted by Julie and Jordan here.
You're
This is our mashup. This is always off brand.
I like
And
it.
I was just on your pod, which is
Always off Braintrust.
Yeah.
How do we?
Brain Trust.
I don't know.
Ask chat. Okay, you were going through the many household brands that is part of.
I don't think that got to it because you
No.
started talking about your golden retriever
know.
and having too small of a car.
That's true.
This all sounds on
That's
brand.
Tracks. It all tracks.
Yeah.
So yes, we do have a number of well-known brands. So PetMate is our parent, it's our company name, but it's also our brand of things like our plastic kennels and feeding watering line, litter boxes, anything really the plastic manufactured USA products. But Chuck It Dog Toys is probably our most well-known brand and pretty high.
I go through those like freaking water.
Yeah, we're a supporter of that brand in my house.
Yeah, thank you very much. We all appreciate that.
Ted Lasso, my Wheaton Terrier.
We love that. We love that. And then we're a licensee for Arm & Hammer and Lazy
Oh,
Boy, so
really?
some really nice brands there. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then we do have a brand called Vital Vaults, which was an acquisition a few years ago, which is like the best pet food storage container you can buy.
Okay.
Oh, now
A
that's
great
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could spend a few minutes there. That is important as a consumer.
Yeah.
That's serious stuff right there.
'Cause
Don't
if you-
joke about
About the Vital.
I'm
the
not
Vital
joking.
Box. That
No
food-
one is. No one's joking.
Don't
food
joke.
store, I felt like
You have cat and a dog. You don't want the smells of those two foods in your pantry. And
3
mingling.
dogs.
And if you run low on Tupperware, I feel like in a pinch, you could.
It's food safe.
Yeah.
It's all, food safe product. Yeah, you could.
And then the litter storage, that's a whole nother thing I could go on.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to figure that out. We need AI to innovate something. I don't know. I'm put that on the board.
Do you guys have an automatic litter scooper? I feel like I've seen more of those, like the robot scoopers.
We do. Ours, I probably won't comment too much on it. It's not the best product. We do. We do, but it's a very challenging product to execute.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like a lot of customer support, a lot of we
Yeah.
back it up. We back up our products, but it's it's under a brand called Pet Zone,
Right.
yet another brand.
No, but I love
Yeah.
hearing about these brands. I meet people, the brand, the household name, and then they're like, oh yeah, like Lazy Boy actually is a really great point. I moderated last in Palm Springs, and you know the intricacies and diversifications of that corporation. Holy mother of pearl.
Oh yeah.
They got a lot of going on over there.
Yeah.
But you constantly meet people and like, oh, this is our brand. I'm like, wow, okay, that's so cool. Okay, so what brings you to eTail?
So in my
This.
Don't.
This.
Present
It's
company
a
excluded.
conversation.
because I heard Julie was going to be here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now
You know?
don't be too impressed, podcast hosts.
No, my role has evolved to this fancy title you were commenting on earlier. So I've got a lot more responsibility now around direct to consumer,
Yeah.
around marketing, about growing our social channels. And my background is Julie, of the three of you, is the only one that actually really knows me, is all Amazon and that type of e-commerce, really B2B side, right? Negotiating with Amazon 1P mostly.
Yeah.
So moving into this broad and digital scope, for the years I've been seeing eTail conferences, but I always felt like, well, I'm more of an Amazon guy. This doesn't really fit. And this year I'm looking at the agenda and I think I'm like, you know what, this actually fits. I can actually come here and learn something. And even from the meetings with different tech companies, I've actually learned quite a bit of opportunities. So it's been really good so far for me, for sure.
The world is blending.
Yeah.
It is blending more and more. Okay, so all of you learned. Again, feel free to jump in, kids. As I look over, listeners, Julie Spear and Jordan Ripley joining the program.
You're rolling.
Am I? Okay, so how many channels of sales?
Yeah, I was gonna.
verticals do you
I
have?
will jump in with a question.
Thank
Like,
God.
all
so
three of you interviewing me now? I thought-
I mean,
like the sort of reverse of a panel. We're gonna call this like the sort of like rapid interview where
Wow,
you're just
okay.
like subject to.
The
Yeah,
panel
but
is
I
the
do have
questioners.
a dinner tonight. So yeah.
Yeah. Chewy, a big
Yes,
part of your
of
purview
course,
at
yes,
this point.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and
Chewy is amazing. And by the way, our team from Chewy is right down the street. They're right here
Okay.
in this side of Boston.
what's your take? What's exciting you about Chewy? This is something that Chewy is part of our services as well, and like a niche that is carved out in the pet space. And I'm like, what gets you excited about them?
I think what I like about Chewy, it's a different experience, obviously, than Amazon, which Amazon's great. But the fact they're not a marketplace, they really control the experience. In the e-commerce world, for those of you that grew up in consumer goods sales like I did, then shifted into e-commerce and had sort of the shock and awe that Amazon buyers really aren't buyers. It's different, right? They're there to manage you and do what they do. Chewy is this wonderful e-commerce experience, but their merchants are merchants. They really care about the product. They curate a little bit more, and they've got their sort of very captive audience, like 22 million subscribing.
Right. And I feel like every data point is like, did this lead to subscriber? Was this a subscriber sale?
Right.
Which is
which shifts them into heavy consumables, right? They're a big food, unlike Amazon, which now sells a ton of food. But when Amazon started, we started doing business on Amazon. They were heavy on the hardline side, because that's.
But as Chewy, again, I'm asking. This is a serious, naive question. Okay, have they figured out how to make money selling a 30 pound bag of dog food, or your large PetMate products, right, which are large, like really hard?
Yeah.
And I contend, and you guys can argue with me, Amazon's been working on trying to get better at that for 20 years, and they're still not really good at it.
Big and bulky and heavy, I think, is the bane of the existence of any of us that are in e-commerce. So selling the large products we have is a challenge, and it's one of those things we have to work through with all of our partners and figure out ways around it. We do. We have a pretty strong dropship program at PetMate, so we have a great direct fulfillment capability. So above a certain size, Chewy prefers we just do direct fulfillment.
That's great,
and we work with them on that. But it took them years because they're so obsessed with their customer service. If any of you are a Chewy customer, obsessed that they wouldn't even start a drop ship because they didn't want to let anyone else handle that touch point. And it took a long time to even earn their trust.
Well, they send nice notes.
I was going to say they send handwritten happy birthday notes. I love that.
I know.
Yeah, the first time, and this is before I dealt with them, our folks from our corporate, did a kind of top-to-top visit with Chewy.
Right.
2 weeks later, everyone in the office got a painting of their dog back.
No way.
No one even they just went on everyone's social media and found whatever dog breed they had and painted them dogs.
Now that's next level.
Yeah.
That's
for a vendor.
Yeah, to a vendor.
For a vendor.
I had to hit it again.
Yeah.
I talked over it.
No, I usually interrupt. It's obnoxious. But I can't stop.
I have a non-Chewy question.
I had okay, go
That's
ahead.
okay. Yeah. I shouldn't be
That's
talking so much
almost all
about Chewy. I don't work there.
Okay.
I do love them though. I'm a big fan
They're a
of
good customer. It's okay.
They got great people and a really great team. And they know I feel that way about them. So.
We support Chewy as well. So we're open to your.
We're chewers, as they say, chewers.
Yeah, we're
This portion
Do they?
of the podcast.
I don't think they do.
Brought to you by Acadia.
Thank you.
Shout out, Jared. Hey, Jared, you listening?
I'll make sure. So one of the things that we've talked about, Scott and I have talked about, and we've talked about a lot at Acadia too, is the whole idea of silos equal sadness, the division of capabilities across brands and how that can translate to kind of limitation of potential across marketplaces.
Yeah.
You mentioned that your role has shifted within PetMate. Is that indicative of an organizational change meant to remove some silos and kind of bridge the gaps between functions within the brand?
It's a really great question. I would say we had a new leadership team come in, and that was a big observation, is they wanted to see some of the silos come down. It kind of came through cultural surveys that there was a little too much of that. So a lot of the structure just changed in general to help enable that. So definitely broadening the connectivity between the different, the silos exist, they always exist, the functions exist, but a lot more deliberate effort to kind of knock down those walls a little bit, get everybody collaborating a little bit more. And my role definitely sits at one of the multiple center points of that. So you've got.
But see, I think that's the more interesting part, is how all this stuff correlates and works together, because it is, like I said, it's just bleeding into each other. And I think the organizations, like we've talked about 100 times, is that I feel like more and more, I might hear one time at this conference, whatever, where organizations are actually moving in the direction and breaking down specific silos. Again, the bigger ones, more complex. But I want to get back to shipping and bitching about Thank you,
I'm
Julie.
so sorry I gave that hard left
yeah.
to like, where's the industry going? But that's
Thank
okay.
you so much for asking an intelligent question.
I was appreciating the
Scott's so
shift.
concerned about a 30-pound bag of dog food, and will that get to him?
No,
for
I
cheap?
wanted to commiserate. I'll never forget. I was doing this one brand, a large amount of business at 1P, and we're down at the new campus when they moved there. And I'm sitting there, and the VM, again, I don't remember who it was. They're doing their job. Vendor manager, the so-called buyer, whatever you want to call it, at 1P. And he was told it was annual vendor negotiation time, and this person was told, they're told what to do. Like, it's not taking them out on that. But he's coming after me with freight. And he says, well, we shipped the stuff 2 days. Like, we're getting hammered. And I just said to him, did I put a gun to your head to get this stuff to people in 2 days and not charge for it?
Yeah.
Like, come on. What are we doing here? Zappos they at least had the chutzpah, thank you very much, to charge you for the shoe $5 more when you pay for the shoe, and you could return it, and it was FedEx, and it was in and out. Zappos, ladies and gentlemen, is a large shoe retailer for those kids listening that probably don't even know what they mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my shipping thing. Because these people, they're constantly, it's just a way of life. Their job is to get it to you faster.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, but who's going to pay for that? And it's usually the vendor, and it's usually you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was.
React now.
Yeah.
How do you?
I'm gonna go.
Cue the sobbing sound effect.
How do you really feel about that?
I think.
Or is this? Yeah, this is a good one for that.
Damn. I think your point's spot on, where people only expect something that fast because they've been told to
Conditioned.
expect something that fast,
Mhm.
and not every product needs to be that fast.
Yeah.
It's very hard to break that mold and shift that piece around, and it creates a lot of problems because it's a lot more cost effective to ship a big item a little bit slower.
Yeah.
And ship it a little different way. So when we direct fulfill, a lot of times we do, and it works out a little better that way. Like if you bought it from my website, I'm not going to overnight you a dog kennel.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I will if you'll pay for it,
Yeah,
but it's going to
exactly.
cost you a significant amount of money.
Right.
And, I think most people are okay with that. I think there is sometimes a sense of urgency, and that maybe they do need it, but I do, I don't know. I think it's the challenge. It's a supplier in the e-commerce space you deal with, and it doesn't matter. I mean, one very large e-com player started it, but now everybody wants to compete with
And
that.
to be fair, we all conformed. I mean, again, I told you about this little pit. I lost, of course. I don't remember. We gave up something. I don't know. We met in the middle. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
One of your children. You
But
donated.
this is, yeah. God, I wonder how she's doing.
She loves the FC. She'll be great there.
But he still has a dog. He didn't get rid of the dog.
Yeah. The dog food has to ship.
We're getting into the existential
Yeah. No,
aspect of all
the
of
truth
this.
is, don't you feel this, Darren? You have to conform. You can sit and complain about it all you want. I was with Adidas, and when the shoe thing, when we get the PO on Saturday, all of a sudden we used to have Thursday to ship it. Then it went to Wednesday. Then it went to Tuesday. And it put unbelievable stress. And the people in operations, they were freaking out. They're just like, we can't do it. Guess what? They figured out how to do it.
I mean, that's it. You have to get to a place of acceptance. It's not your playground.
Exactly.
You're in someone else's. These are their rules, and you figure it out, or you move on to another playground. It's not to be cold.
Well, and it's like you have three core different. You have like price, assortment, and operational capacity, and it's like as more places launch marketplaces, assortment will sort of reach the same nadir, and you have price, which is like a cluster across like all of the tariffs and things happening right now. And so if you can push on operations, you're going to push on operations.
Yeah, and then you have the
that's
other extreme where you have the Chinese, you have Shein and Temu, where I'll pay $5 for an RV, and I'm willing to
Get
wait
it in 3 months.
and I'm willing to wait 3 months.
And it was actually a figurine of an
Exactly.
you know,
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like there's some weird psychology going on where sometimes we just don't care, and then sometimes we're like, why isn't it here? It's been an hour.
But that's why I like the Chewy model, where it's like not everything has to be an impulse buy. There are CPG goods that can be, I subscribe to that, I'll get it once a month. I don't need it in a day. Like there's a model that exists for that. And so I don't know.
Yeah, I think Chewy's also works through it because a lot of I think what they're trying to do at least is, you're already subscribing to this product. Hey,
Right.
add this to
Add
it.
it
Yeah.
into your subscription.
Right. And now you're
Yeah.
optimizing
Yeah.
shipping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Merchandising.
Genius.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Has
Yeah.
that been around for my whole life? I
Right,
think
right,
so.
right.
Yeah. But
Um,
Amazon will go that way too. Like you have better reporting of like they added this product, now they're going to add this product to cart. Like better subscription services, better merchandising around that. So like they're catching up there too.
all right. What's the hot buzz? Let's get to, first of all, we'll play the game because these guys haven't played the game.
The
But
hot buzz.
what's the hot buzz in the tech space? You're in you got to see all of this stuff, Darren. You have to know.
Give us some buzz.
You have to understand it's AI, but how are you?
I heard it was
using-
AI.
I know.
Yeah,
but
that's the. That's
Can't I
the
just say
answer.
AI and go home?
you could have a year ago.
Well, can I ask a question that we often ask? And this is a hot buzz
Oh
question.
my God, Julie.
I'm just going to cut you off.
good. I'm so happy. You're here.
Rufus,
Yes.
how are you approaching optimization for Rufus across your brands? There's no wrong answer here. This is a safe space,
Yeah.
but this is a question we've had conversations recently around it, and I'm curious. You know, you touch a lot of brands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think as we've gotten, I mean, we're probably not catering specifically to Rufus. I'd say as just we've gotten better at content over the last few years,
Mm-hmm.
we've just gotten more detailed and more robust. And one of the things which was fascinating to me to learn, I think I actually learned it from one of Kiri's podcasts. Might as well bring in one other
Oh
podcaster.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Carrie Masters. How many times does she have to come up on these podcasts?
She does her homework for us.
She does.
She does our
She
homework
does.
for us, I should say. Is how Rufus is also trained to look at images.
Yeah.
We've
Mhm.
dramatically improved our image carousels on Amazon with,
Mhm.
with way more infographics than we've ever had before, more detail. And I think that is probably helping us quite a bit. When I play around with Rufus, we do pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got a good brand relevancy. And Rufus at least does seem to still acknowledge the normal Amazon relevancy and ranking plays a big role in it. And luckily for us in most of our categories, we do have some top sellers across the board. So we do all right.
Yeah.
This is the dystopian world that we live in, where it's like we've all been trying to get better images for years, and it's like, well, once a robot can tell you that image is good,
Yeah.
then report it back to a human. Now we're on board.
It was for us. It was honestly a perfect intersection. We finally decided to really ramp up our image content.
yeah,
Before really around the time before we knew any of this about Rufus.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
our
Yeah.
timing was right.
Yeah.
Our timing was right.
I mean, nobody
You know.
reads, and now nobody's going to have
Right.
to really do much.
Nobody looks now.
Nobody looks, nobody reads. They just.
Yeah.
We could pontificate about that. I believe today, just do. God, Julie, you ever
I'm
met
sorry.
a Mike? Oh, this is
My eye itched today.
Julie's about to make a toast at the
You know
wedding,
what?
so if you don't mind.
Excuse me.
having an actual microphone is new for you.
I knew it was going to come up.
You brought it up earlier.
I did.
Swear, my ears have never felt warmer.
I dig. I know. I'm actually a little warm.
I'm a little verklempt right now.
Yeah, dig at my tech for
Okay.
our podcast.
I give Julie a hard time because I love her about her. She's a podcast host and she
We're-
has like
we're
Apple
bootstrapping.
both ways.
2003 headphones she uses.
Okay,
They're
I won't argue that.
I think you sound fine on your podcast.
I think
Thank
you
you.
do.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
And
I
she
appreciate
does.
There's something tried and true about that
Right,
product.
You're
I tell ya.
absolutely
The
right.
iPod
I've been on
Nano
a- I've
clip
been
to
on-
the shirt.
I've been
it
on a
all
few
goes together.
podcasts, and it's very cool to have like real microphone and headphones. I'm just usually sitting in front of my computer on Zoom. This is pretty neat.
Isn't
Yeah.
it fun?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
my son's a DJ on this side thing, and I feel like he would be super impressed.
We
with
should
it.
get. We'll get a picture of you
Yeah.
for this.
Proud of
Old
that.
So you can
school.
show up.
Yeah.
Old school setup right here.
Exactly. He could work the board pretty good.
Yeah.
I just think on the AI and Rufus, God, marketing at Amazon. Come on, do better. Come on.
You wanted a sexier name for it?
Well, they like dogs. It's a dog
I
type
know,
name.
but it's like
And then there's
anyway.
Cosmo. I'm supporting all of
I
this.
know Cosmo, whatever. They want Sparky. Walmart with the Sparky.
Yeah.
Spark- I'm
It's
not
all
a-
dog
Walmart
names.
has 3 names though now.
Do they?
Is that real?
Well, Sparky, I guess, is the
Does
consumer
Sparky have
one,
kids?
and
and
then they have a
then
model.
there's one for vendors. I can't
Oh,
remember the
really?
other 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
each
yeah.
one has a name. There's
Yeah.
one for internal associates to use, and there's one that vendors would use, like with
There's Sparky, Malarkey.
I still want to call it retail link. That's just such a
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Yeah.
I just think we got to keep doing what we're doing. I don't know that we really know what the bots are going to pick up. And I mean, chat is the largest, most consumed, 800 million a week and growing. And if people are searching there, that's the new, right? That's where they are. And Amazon's decided to lock them out for now. And that'll be interesting, right? So we'll see how that goes. All right, you guys ready to play this award-winning 3-hour podcast?
I'm ready.
Joke of a game show?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I'm rolling my sleeves.
Is there a leaderboard? Like what's
See, Jordan is one of the most like quietly competitive people you'll ever come across.
That was such a nice way to say it.
Well,
Darren will just
it
be here.
it debuted today. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Do I have to play?
Um,
Or is it for you guys? Is this for professionals or is this for,
No. Like the beginner's luck will hit. I'm sure.
there's no winning, no losing. You're unwilling, unpaid. There's nothing really to this.
It's his acronym, is it?
Okay.
Anyways?
And here we go. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
I feel like the Price is Right is about to
Yeah.
I
start.
like
Good
it.
name.
I like it. Family Feud.
Acronym, where we give you the acronym
Yeah.
and you tell us what each letter means. It could be lame. It might be entertaining. Here we go.
Okay, welcome to Name That Acronym. Our guest today, Jordan. Julie stuck around, and of course, Darren is frightful right now. He's
I am.
do I have to play?
No idea what to expect.
I start out. Let me start out with this is an interesting one. Now I asked the chitty chat. I asked him to come up with some things, and he's come up with some things that I have been around a long time, and I have never heard of some of these.
Am I allowed to get my Google
No, Julie.
Some ground rules here. Are these
resources?
real acronyms that exist in the world, or are
Yes.
these new ones that? Okay,
No, these
okay,
are
okay.
real.
But the real according to ChatGPT.
Right.
Well,
right,
there's
right.
some
There's
standard
hallucinations
ones.
in here for sure.
Okay, you know what? I've had enough of people. You want an easy one?
Yes.
Together on
Yeah.
3. GMV.
Gross merchandise value.
There you go.
Yeah.
Woo!
Do you want a bell for
Jen,
that?
flash the leaderboard, please.
No, wait. This is a tricky one.
Okay.
I've heard this term 100 times, but I can't do the whole thing. EBITDA.
Earnings before income tax, depreciation, and amortization.
I had that one too.
You know
That's
what?
my
I
favorite.
I can't rattle
acronym.
it off that quick.
You and Kelsey Knight, we need to have like a
I'm
contest.
telling you.
Okay, this is the one that I've never heard of, but is ARPU. ARPU.
Annual revenue.
Pickup.
No.
I'm so sorry to do this to you,
Okay.
Julie.
That's okay. I got a sound effect.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
ARPU. Hey, how's your ARPU?
Average revenue per
I
unit.
mean, that's.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a great. Was that right?
Holy sheboygan, Batman!
That was
Well
good.
done.
That was good. That's better than EBITDA.
I had wine at lunch, guys.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? You
dialed
gotta
in,
like
he's
give me
dialed
a,
in.
I need a little more
Oh,
time.
You were in fancy lunch.
I don't want.
Fancy lunch.
I don't want to dim the lights on this party right now. It's average revenue per user. Unit.
Okay, that's
But
that's
I
more of a
gave you
tech
the
thing
I
than
gave you
it's
the
a
bell
commerce
anyway
thing.
because.
Thanks, Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
But wait, you're welcome. That's a compliment. Do you use this? How did you know that? I've never heard
I
it
just
said
thought of the
like that.
letters. I just came up with that.
Yeah, that's great.
I knew that A. Whenever anything starts with an A, it's always going to be average.
Right.
So that's a given. And then our revenue makes sense. And then whatever per something.
After I ruled out pickup,
Yeah. That was nice.
was
You
that
know what?
helpful?
This is like the
Thank you for that.
the
You're welcome,
lowest
you're
stakes Slumdog Millionaire I've ever been a part of.
But this is when all that time in the e-commerce weight room, when you're
Yeah.
doing all your e-commerce lifting, this is when the
Right.
training pays
I
off.
hear
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Just flashed on the image
Yeah.
of the e-commerce.
Yeah. Just me and Michael B. Jordan in there getting our reps in.
I'm just hoping you pull one of these out that's actually somewhat useful, Scott.
Profit. Who needs
I
it?
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even it's important in my world. I'm
I'm-
pretty important.
Okay.
Fan of
This is a classic private equity term.
Okay.
Okay. We all love this one. NRR.
Net recurring revenue.
Do you go
It
M or
could-
N?
Net rate of return. Net rate of return.
basically you're on the same. I'm giving you a bell because that was pretty much right. And some of these have two meanings.
Yes.
This particular one I'm looking at is net revenue retention.
Oh,
which I
yeah.
think is-
No, that's what I meant to say,
Right.
If
actually.
you combine our answers, though, we kind of got it right.
Yes.
Do we have to give you this one?
No. Maybe just the It's the time of day that I get tired.
Is it?
Just
Okay.
not as sharp.
Okay, let's go back to one. Now, this is stuff you should all know.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm looking
Really
at
ratchets
you,
it
Darren
up?
Silverman.
Oh, okay.
All right? Listener, I'm looking at Darren. DMP. DMP. Hey, what DMP you got? See, I'm using it in a sentence, and I didn't do that for the other place.
That's not a helpful sentence.
It's not.
I mean, you could have sorted any three letters in that sentence, Scott.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna is Peeve platform. Can we start with that?
You know, no, you don't get to deduct this isn't
For a made-up game, there's a lot of rules around
this isn't Sudoku.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I'm putting it like in the same bucket as a PIM. Like I would talk
Okay.
about a DMP and a PIM in the same breath.
DMP. Anybody? Anyone?
Demand.
That's close.
Or digital.
Demand marketing platform, demand.
Wow, this one I
We're losing steam.
I had higher hopes. I'm not gonna lie. And you're gonna hurt yourselves after you hear
We're getting
this.
by
You're
a
gonna-
personality over here.
Yeah.
Data management platform.
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
I've
Damn.
never heard
Let's
anyone
do it,
call
man.
it something. A
What do they
DMP.
call it?
I don't know. I've never heard anyone do.
Was it like a
make
dam?
reference.
Don't they-
That's
Data.
that's
Digital
data
assets.
asset, digital asset management.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a DAM and a PIM, I think better.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, you guys are tough.
Data
Someone's on
management
Scott.
platform.
Yeah.
Jordan, GDPR.
The
GDPR.
global data protection rights.
I think you're going to
No, you were wrong, but I just wanted to use that.
I was like, I think you're going to.
It's General Data Protection
Protection.
Regulation.
I
Oh
think he
man.
needs
You
to
were in the right
revise, but he
family
missed
before.
it.
You were in the
Good
right
batting
family.
average. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he meant.
We
Okay.
need Seth here from our team. He's the head of Seth and Sally, the head of
Ratchet up
analytics.
the nerd.
They know.
Okay. A lot of these are just easy. They're too easy for you kids. They're too easy. But I don't. I feel like Jordan is not happy with the game. I think he wants
Yeah, give me-
harder.
Yeah, he
Okay,
sets
this
the bar very high.
This is another one that I've never heard in my life except
Oh,
today.
beautiful. Yeah, trot that one out.
Okay, O, and the number 2 and the letter O. O-2-O.
That was
O-2-O.
Office to office. That can't be right.
O-2-O. Dead air isn't good air, Jordan.
I was gonna go with it was like a little known K-pop album that Scott is clearly getting some back channel payments around.
Well, unfortunately,
BTS released.
unfortunately, that's the incorrect answer. It is, and again, this is just stupid. Online to offline.
Oh.
O-2-O.
It's like
Not
a
everything-
dumb buy online pickup store. Like it's a
Yeah,
focus
it's just
of-
bad.
Okay.
Okay, here's one that I still have to look at every single time, and we all use it 100 times. API. What does it actually stand for?
Application protocol interface.
Very close, Jordan.
No
Anybody like to
idea.
go?
I know what it is. I have
No,
no
yeah,
idea. I didn't
exactly.
know it
It's
stood
just
for anything.
API.
Exactly.
It's API.
Exactly. It's app. No one cares.
Do we look
either.
like tech
Yeah.
people?
No, I know.
I have an
Seriously,
IT
do you-
department.
I would like to know.
Do you not know your guests?
Wow. Shot to the heart. Yeah, that was pod beef right there.
It was.
We should start
It
our
was.
own. We should actually start a whole.
We're going
Release
to.
a diss track.
I am not a. We're not a tech podcast.
Okay. Application programming interface,
Oh,
kids.
okay.
Mm,
All right.
okay.
I think that's gonna do it for the game.
Can you
Okay,
give us
I've got
one
one for
easy
you.
one?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. GGWP.
GG. I like the way you said that.
Yeah, a little bit French.
GG.
That's nice.
WP.
Uh huh. Anyone?
Go get
It sounds like a holding company. It's
GG.
not.
No, is this like slang?
A little bit. A little bit.
Go get WordPress. No, I don't
So-
know.
I will say-
maybe better.
Our team used to put this in Slack a lot to like give accolades to somebody, and I would just sat there and looked at the GG and thought it meant go girl.
Yeah.
Like, No, it's good game, well played.
Oh, you
Oh.
said that earlier, and I
Mhm.
should have remembered
I
that.
know, I know.
This was
You
a test.
actually
This
you
was
had
a
a preview.
test.
There's only one problem
Yeah.
with me: 0 recall.
I thought you knew one earlier today too, Scott. You throw that. I was surprised
Yeah,
you threw that one.
I know.
UPP,
UPP. What's that?
unilateral pricing policy.
That's right.
Oh, is that the new map?
It's kind of the new map. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the different language in there.
Okay. Okay.
There's
Well,
the
this is-
OTT.
No one wants to acknowledge maps, so you just UPP it.
You know me.
Okay. That's right. Yeah.
OTT what?
No.
It's over
OP.
the top,
Yeah.
which is Summer thought I was lying the first time I told her OTT.
Yeah.
Remember when Amazon was selling us OTT
Oh, yeah, I
all day
do.
long? And I go, Summer, she goes, what's that mean? I go, over the top. She goes, shut up. No, it doesn't. And then like 3 seconds later, she's like, oh my God, it does. It's a funny name.
It's
Over
a
the
silly
top.
name.
It is
Wow.
a silly name. Not as silly as O2O.
Right.
O2O should be banned.
Yeah, well, be on the lookout for that K-pop.
Yeah.
It's just, this makes me so happy. This is why I like doing this. And why, Julie? Because people matter.
Right.
Hashtag.
And dogs. Don't forget dogs. Dogs matter too.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pets
They matter most.
Don't get me going on that. Okay. I have 1% dogs. If they could fly, they'd go private. I told everybody. It's ridiculous. I can't retire because of my animals. All right. Hey, thanks for coming, Darren.
Yeah, this was great.
All
Thanks for
right.
having me.
Thanks for coming in. You guys answered the call.
We
I
did.
set out
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
He did. I
set
got a
out-
text and I actually got the word hurry. And I
Yeah.
was like,
And then a lot of acronyms were like, we have no idea what.
Yeah.
but I just said OMW.
All right. More,
On my way.
More,
Go girl on my way.
more e-commerce, brain trust, always off brand. That's a lot to say. We
It is.
really got to
Wait,
come
what's
up.
the mashup thing?
We need an acronym.
Always off brain.
Always
Yeah.
off brain
I
trust.
mean,
Wow.
that's
I felt
implied.
like the end of the show felt that way.
I don't want my tarnished image to have anything to do with it. Hey, thanks for coming. We'll have more from the second floor with another episode, right? eTail Boston. Bye-bye.
Hey there, this is Haley from Quickfire, and they want me to read this so you know what this podcast is part of and how to find out more if you want. Always Off Brand is a production of Quickfire LLC and a part of the Learn and Laugh series on the Quickfire Podcast Network. For more information, go to quickfirenow.com. Have a good one, and thanks for listening.